taking off the air box here. It's pretty straightforward. It's literally only 4 bolts. I like to always keep a cup or bowl or something to put my bolts in, because I'm pretty good about losing those. So I'm gonna definitely have to do a nice detail on that at some point here. And that's all you gotta do. I'm gonna go ahead and take off all my hosing, make sure I can get everything off and go from there. So here's your throttle. When you pull the throttle, it's obviously gonna clean that up, and that's a real nice nice throttle assembly right there. See how it comes right back? No sign of sticking on the wires. I'll probably still end up WD-40 in the line a little bit just to do some preventative maintenance. And here's your choke. You know, when you get cold and whatnot, gotta use that to start up. But this seems to be in pretty good condition too. This just clips off, or yeah, it's just clips on there using these. If you have a carburetor that you know that has been sitting for a while, what I like to do is get some pliers, twist the hose, make sure you got some movement there, and then with your flathead, I like to go underneath the hose and give it a nice quarter turn upwards. So go under it, give it a nice little quarter turn. There it is. On the other side of the bike, you're going to go ahead and use your Phillips screwdriver and take these 2 bolts off. You're going to take this little plate off. There you go. So on this bike, you got 2 more bolts on the back side of the carburetor. You got here and here that you got to take off to get your carb off. Got all that done. We're going to go ahead and move this bracket and take that off. And the carbs should kind of just come with us. Make sure you inspect that gasket and see if it's worth throwing a new one on. And I think in our case, this is a pretty good looking gasket. It's really not too bad. So I think I'm going to reuse that. I'll just collect my bolts and toss that in the cup. So we're going to go ahead and tear this carburetor down now and just kind of go through the steps. To get these old gaskets off, I like to be very careful with them. I use one of these real tiny little flathead screwdrivers and just kind of try to be real gentle with them. Just kind of work your way around. Still got a little bit of thickness to it too. It's not really destroyed, I don't think. I'm probably going to reuse this. Float seems to be pretty stuck in there. I'm going to try. So I got stuck trying to get this piece out here to remove the float. So what I ended up doing was I took my flathead, just kind of kept on pushing it that way, and then the opposite way. That way, the opposite way. It eventually freed up. I used a tool to kind of help push it through and guide it. Nothing too aggressive. Perfect. I like to take it off. The float needle is actually metal. It's not, a lot of the times you'll have the tip being rubber, but this one's metal. I like it a lot more. There's one little jet in there. I think I'm going to try to get. Perfect. That came out really nice. Then record your fuel to air ratio and how far those are in or out. And in my case, it's half, 1, 2.5, 2, 2.25. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't have this, but this is what I like to do when I want a carb really cleaned. I have a gallon of parts cleaner that I just kind of let the carb soak overnight, 24 hours, whatever. I always give it like 3 or 4 hours. Don't put anything that isn't metal in there. So all your gaskets, leave that all out. And be very careful when you're pulling it out, not to get anything on your skin. It's pretty straightforward. You just kind of drop it all in there. To test your float to make sure it's good, just kind of inspect it for holes. You can kind of feel if there's anything in there. This one probably seems pretty good. You can just kind of put it in some water and just kind of sit around, look for any bubbles. I'm not really seeing anything. So now that the carburetor has been soaking for overnight, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of clean it off now. Shine it all up. You want to make sure that all your ports, openings, all can have gas go through it. Same with the bottom half. Then you want to take your main jet and just make sure that everything's free there. Perfect. And you take your carburetor, that bracket we took off earlier, line it up so that the holes line up here, and don't forget our gasket, and we're going to just kind of line that all up. Make sure you remember to put your choke cable back on. And that you line up your throttle correct. There's a hole inside of here that you won't be able to push down. So you gotta kind of line that up and it'll go right on. There you go.